Alright, so Demon Souls was released some time before Dark Souls, and it did well, I guess. I don't know. The point is, the guys over at From Software decided to start working on a spiritual successor, and the plan was to make Dark Souls bigger, but still keep that like claustrophobic feel. 2010 was weird, man. The whole competitive and co-op online multiplayer thing was like really taking center stage with games like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3, and Battlefield 3. Mobile gaming was, oh my goodness, bro. It was in the beginning of its golden age with games like Angry Bird, Temple Run, etc., bro. It was easy. You just had the be there, you feel me? yeah. And in the middle of all that, on the 22nd of September, a role-playing game developed by From Software and published by Bandai Namco was released, introducing players to the kingdom of Lordaeron, or Lordaeron, however you say it, where players can assume whatever, go read the Wikipedia thing on Dark Souls, but whatever. It was a hit, man. Dark Souls blew past sales expectations, which kind of proved something. And look, I'm not against safe games that are made for the sake of making money. I just don't play them. You feel me? Like, if I'm some big suit exec guy investing millions, bro, in the development of a game, I'm not letting the devs make some like artsy, boundary pushing things. It's like it's for the art, bro. Screw the art, bro. You know what I'm saying? Trying to give, hey. With that being said, From Software proved that catering to like niche audiences with unique and challenging gameplay experiences works, bro. The success of Dark Souls gave From Software not only the resources, but the confidence to continue innovating and developing new projects, because the dedicated fan base that Dark Souls built would go on to support other Dark Souls games as well as other From Software projects, contributing to the studio's sustained success. You feel me? Longevity. You get what I'm saying? Dark Souls high-key, low-key, mid-key revolutionized the action RPG genre with its lore, difficulty, etc. And there was a bit of a resurgence in the interest of challenging games after the release of Dark Souls. A lot of people tried to emulate the success of Dark Souls by implementing similar world building, exploration, etc. It was cool, you feel me? Dark Souls did its thing, it left its little mark on the industry, but people were still fiending for a sequel. A lot of people wanted to see how From Software would build on the foundation that was laid by the first game. It was an exciting time, man. Gaming was in a transitional period, you know what I mean? We were going from the PS3, Xbox 360 generation to the PS4, Xbox One generation. How was Dark Souls going to compete for attention with other high-profile releases in this new climate? And it was scary too, man. Like, you have to remember, Dark Souls and From Software wasn't as established as they are today, so a lot was riding on the success of the sequel, bro. A lot was on Miyazaki's shoulders, bro. You know what I mean? So when the time came for him to work his magic, he decided to put someone else in charge of the project. The directing reins were given to Tomoro Shibuya, and Tony. I'm playing. My bad. Hey, it's just jokes. You feel me? But yeah, Miyazaki only supervised, which meant he was in charge of things like the production schedule and things like that. You know what I mean? And he did this for three main reasons, right? One, he wasn't really feeling it, you know, and I don't blame him, man, because like Miyazaki spent like the past 5 years on Demon Souls and Dark Souls, so it was time for something new. Two, he wanted to give someone else in the studio a chance to lead a big project like this so that the studio can grow and all that, you feel me? Three, Miyazaki didn't want to restrict the potential of Dark Souls. He wanted to see the places Dark Souls would go if it was out of his hands. He wanted players to experience something new, you know what I'm saying? And it just felt like the right move at the time. Think about it, a new director would bring in new characteristics, new traits, all that. I mean, at least on paper. And it just seemed like the right move at the time to help the series evolve. Dark Souls 2 would expand on certain ideas that were explored in Dark Souls, right? For example, the concept of time and existence, which was explored in Dark Souls. ARTORAS of the Abyss, nigga. The DLC, you know what I'm talking about, you feel me? Shibuya wanted the sequel to have the same general feel of Dark Souls. His goal was to make some of the esoteric concepts easier to like comprehend, you feel me? Easier to grasp. He also wanted to make the messaging and the story of the game a little more direct, but people weren't feeling it, man. What people felt was the absence of Miyazaki, you know what I'm saying? Many players felt like the game lacked the interconnected world world design and comprehensive narrative of the first game. It just didn't hit like Dark Souls was. You know what I'm saying? To put it blunt, it was not Dark Souls. Sorry, no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Dark Souls 2 didn't flop though, and yes, it wasn't as well received as the first one, but it still found success and garnered a loyal following, and over time people would appreciate it for how different it was from the other titles in the series, which is something it was hating on, but now it's appreciated.
June 15, 2015, Dark Souls 3 was announced. This was going to be the final Souls game, and at this point people were getting a little too overexposed to Souls likes, and on top of that Miyazaki was getting a little concerned with keeping things fresh at From Software. You know, him and his team just wanted to make different things. It was time to move on, and since he started the series, it would only be right if he was the one to end it. Plus he let someone else spearhead the last game and people weren't feeling it like that, you know what I'm saying? But I digress. Bro got a bag too. The popularity of the Dark Souls franchise got Miyazaki the bigger budget to work with and more creative freedom. Miyazaki had his concerns, you know, he wanted to make other things and blah blah blah, but he was still enthusiastic about Dark Souls 3 because after working on Bloodborne, which was released between Dark Souls 2 and 3, bro missed working in the dark fantasy genre. There were certain things he couldn't do in Bloodborne because of his genre. Dark Souls came out, no, Dark Souls 3 came out, and it did its thing. It did what it was supposed to. It concluded and wrapped everything up to leave players with the impression of what Dark Souls was really about. It gave closure to like a lot of plot points, characters, you know, all that, all the good stuff. It took certain things that were learned from the development of Bloodborne. It refined a lot of gameplay mechanics. It just made things look shinier, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Fans appreciated how Dark Souls 3 managed to capture the essence of the first game while introducing new elements and improvements. Like, to put it bluntly or simply, it was a fitting conclusion to this benchmark series in the RPG genre. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. While you're down there, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this on upcoming games, and I'll see you, Space Cowboy. Peace.